Do you want to know how to quickly set up Streamlabs OBS for live streaming? You're going to want to stay tuned. Welcome to Live Streaming Tech, where you'll learn how to live stream like a pro with technology you should know. Today, we're going to focus on how to quickly and easily set up Streamlabs OBS so you can start live streaming right away. Take it away, Walt.
So this is Streamlabs OBS version 0.11.11. Starting out streaming, I would recommend that you start out with Streamlabs OBS versus OBS Studio. Once you get used to Streamlabs OBS and you want to do more, then you could switch over to OBS Studio. But the way Streamlabs have been going, they are implementing new features every update. So in the future, I don't see any reason to go to OBS Studio. Streamlabs OBS is going to be the go-to for live streaming. What we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and we're going to connect our Streamlabs OBS to our live streaming tech Twitch page. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to hit login. We're going to go to Twitch. And hopefully it doesn't log me into my other one. Here we go. Okay, so now we're going to put our username, TechBro. So this is what you would use as your email on Twitch. Password, and hit login. And then it's just going to come up with this authorization page, basically saying view channel's email address and stream key. This is important. Update your channel's title, game status, and other metadata. So when you click go live, it will prompt you to put in a title and what game or what type of stream you were going to do, and then cut videos on demand. So we're going to go ahead and hit authorize. Okay, and there it goes. And as you see, they had YouTube, they had Mixer, and all that good stuff. So if I had my account linked to those as well, it would pull that up, and that we can go into detail later on using Mob Crush to where you can multi-stream on several platforms at the same time. Okay, so this is what it's asking. It says scene collections import following scenes collections have been imported to Streamlabs. So we're just going to hit continue. So for my other streaming account, since I use OBS Studio, it would allow me to import all my scenes from there, bringing it over to Slobs. But since we don't have any for the Tech Bro Show, we're going to go ahead and hit continue. So now, as you see, we are signed in. It says live streaming tech up here. And for some reason, if that was the wrong account, then we can actually log out and log back into another account. So when I go to stream next using Streamlabs OBS, aka Slobs, I can log out of live streaming tech and stream or go into my official streaming account, and none of the settings are lost. So as you see, I have everything muted. I like to do that. This is also recommended. That way, if you do accidentally click go live before you're ready to go live, they're not picking up you having a conversation with your kids, your wife, your dog, your cat, you know, or whatever's playing on your TV in the background. Just make sure you have those turned off, and just remember to turn them on when you are ready to go live. As you see, now we are connected. So we're going to go into settings though. And this is pretty good. Streamlabs OBS does try to look at your PC and decide what settings you should go to. I found that it's pretty all right, but I like to go and double check everything. We're gonna go in, we're gonna check this. So right now I have Mob Crush, so it is actually set up to do Mob Crush. So we're gonna switch that. We're gonna switch it over because live streaming tech, we're not gonna use that. So we're gonna go to streaming services. And then we're going to make sure Twitch is highlighted. So for instance, if you were going to use YouTube, you would click that. You also have Mixer, so on and so forth. You even have Facebook Live now, which is great. Restream.io, it's another multi-streaming app that you can use to stream to multiple. I've used them before too. They're okay. You do have to pay a premium if you want to stream to, say, Facebook Live or Mob Crush. Once you pay their $3.99 a month through the Streamlabs apps, it automatically includes all those channels. So I find it better and cheaper because I think it's $8.99 on Restream.io to do that. So we're going to go ahead and select Twitch. Server auto recommendation. We're going to get into this later on. Stay tuned for future videos on this, because there is an actual tool that I use to where I connect to multiple stream servers, seeing which one is best for me. But right now we're going to go ahead, we're just going to leave it auto recommended. But say we wanted to change it, you can scroll down. And the one I always like to use due to my location is US East Chicago. That's just because I've tested it and multiple times during the day, and I noticed that is the average best overall. But we're just going to go ahead. We're going to leave it to auto recommended. The only reason why I'm kind of against auto recommended, I have a fellow streamer that I know, and he leaves it on auto recommended, and for some reason, somehow, it connected him to the Hong Kong server. Now, mind you, we live here in the Midwest in the United States. Why it would connect him to the Hong Kong server, I don't know. Maybe there were server issues going on with Twitch at that time. It connected him to the Hong Kong server. So next time he went to stream, it was connecting him to the Hong Kong. Like it for some reason, Streamlabs OBS didn't want to bounce off of that. Now, mind you, that was 6 months ago. Who knows? They might have fixed that bug by now. So we're just going to leave it auto recommended. Output. Okay, this is important. We're going to go more into detail on this in future videos. Go ahead and leave it at the default. Whatever Streamlabs OBS has picked for you, you can leave it as default until you watch my future videos where I explain bitrate and the software encoding and all that good stuff. Right here, everything looks good. CPU, very fast. Good. Recording standard. And here's where any of your recordings, this is the path. So if you wanted to change that path, you could. You can set up different files and folders to dump your recordings into. However, I might bring this up if you're going to stream live and record at the same time. Make sure you have plenty of horsepower in that CPU, your memory, so on and so forth, because it is going to tax that much more of your resources as you're live streaming. Usually I recommend against it unless you have a really kick-butt PC. Then you can change your recording format, so on and so forth. MP4 is what I go with, but here's the problem with MP4. MP4, anytime you're doing any kind of recording using any of the OBS tools, you're going to find that if for some reason there is a glitch or a hiccup, the MP4 will be corrupted and therefore will be unusable. So I know other people, they've done FLV. There's other people that have done the MKV and movie files. The TS and M3UB, I do not know about. Maybe I could do some research on that, and we'll talk about that in future videos. But I usually go with MP4 because, once again, I say I don't, when I'm recording with my OBS, I do not live stream. So for instance, if I'm making videos for my YouTube channel and I'm just wanting to show gameplay, I'm recording me playing the game, then later on I go back over and do my narration, so on and so forth. So that's where you're going to find all that stuff. Here's your audio. So this is where we go into audio. I recommend not using the default and actually picking. So the desktop audio device, we're going to go with the Realtek speakers. So this is basically the audio software that the PC is using. So everything that I hear through my headphones or my speakers, you're going to be able to hear through the desktop audio. So then we're going to go for mic, and I use a Yeti stereo microphone. So we're going to select that as well. And then we're going to go ahead and hit done. And as you see, we'll go through the other setting. There's hotkeys. Here is your video. Okay, this is really important. I should have probably slammed you over to this real quick. I have a goofy older monitor. And it's funny, my wife just bought me one, and I told her, make sure you get one with a higher resolution. And of course, she bought me a newer one, and the guy at the store told her wrong, and she came home with one that does base resolution of 1600 by 900. So I'm still stuck with that. So that's not a bad thing, because I only stream up to 720 on Twitch. And once again, we'll go into this in future videos. Why is it different when you do 1080 versus 720? And we'll discuss all that good stuff. But because that I'm capturing in 1600 and I'm outputting, so this is what my viewers are going to see, and this is what I see. Overall, Twitch, me. The good thing is anytime you have a higher resolution and you're outputting at a lower resolution, it actually kind of cleans up the stream, because what it's doing is it's taking all those pixels and it's kind of condensing them for you. It actually sharpens the image a lot more without using all those resources that you would use on your PC. Once again, we can go into this in a future video, but I just wanted to show you guys really quick on this. This is pretty much where all your, so if you want to export any kind of scenes, let's see here, we got some advanced. We'll go more into that in a future video. Like I said, I can literally take each one of these settings and make a separate video on each one. And that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. So stay tuned. Let's go ahead and we're just going to throw down a scene. So right now we're ready to stream, but the problem is we have nothing to capture. We have nothing whatsoever. I'm going to show you guys really quick how cool this is. We are going to go to themes. And by the way, we were in editor mode. And here's our overlays. These are pre-made overlays. And say you like a specific color, live streaming tech bro show, we like to use red as our color. So that's the thing too. If you have a certain theme color, or maybe you're playing a certain style game, this is where you would want to go. Let's go with animated. So now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to scroll through, and I'm just going to look. I'm going to look for something that's kind of vanilla. Here we go. Here's a vanilla one. Boom. All right, we're going to go ahead and select this one. Vanilla. I say it's vanilla, and look at the starting stream flames and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to select this, install overlay. And here's the cool thing too, it shows you how many people are using this. So it shows you whether or not this is an overused overlay or underused. So that's the other thing too. I always kind of, when I'm streaming, I am looking for something that's a little bit more customizable, something that I can kind of work with and move stuff around and make my own unique sort of stream. So now, as you see, we've exported. Now we're back to the editor, and this is what we're going to see when we start streaming live. Self-explanatory. This is our starting soon stream. So basically, once you go live, you kind of want to let people roll into your channel. I recommend at least a minimum of a 5-minute warm-up. And what that means is basically this is the screen that everyone's going to see once you go live. Because once you tweet it or once you announce on your social media that you're going to go live, you got to give them a chance. They might be in the middle of watching a TV program. They might be doing whatever. So here's the thing. Announce that you're going to be going live. Go live, give them a few minutes to come into the stream. Now, with that being said, Facebook and I do believe YouTube. No, I think YouTube doesn't really punish you for using the warm-up screens. But Facebook, I do know punishes you for it. So the thing is Facebook, they want you to be live, showing content right away once you go live. So this is something to consider if you're going to be going Facebook Live, or you're going to be multi-streaming to, say, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Something to keep in consideration. Okay, so here's our live scene. So now this is where we're going to go. We're going to customize all the different little things. We're not going to show this on this video, but I'm just wanting to show you that it's imported it. So here's where our cam will go, top donations, and you can turn all these different things on or off. For instance, let's go ahead and do that real quick. I'm going to show you guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn off the labels on the webcam. So boom, once we click over there, no more webcam. Say you wanted to use it, boom, it's all back on. All right. Intermission. So say you need to take a bio break, a bathroom break, or somebody's knocking at your door, the pizza's arrived. This is where you would switch to that. Or you can throw up the be right back. Now, you'll find other templates will have maybe just a starting soon screen and an ending screen. It's up to you to kind of, figure out what is going to best suit you. Also, be aware that you can make your own. You can make your own starting soon screens and be right back screens. So say you didn't want this, we could actually delete this. Boom. So now we no longer have that starting soon screen, and we can get rid of this as well. Be right back. So now we have the live scene and the intermission scene, and we could obviously go in later on and we can add a new scene, and we would title it, say, starting scene. Hit done. Boom. Now it's actually thrown that in there, and you can add your own template. You can add your own art and background that you want to have without having to get rid of these. So say you love these, but you just think the starting screen and the end scene looks like pure garbage, you can get rid of it and add your own stuff. Like I said, this is fully customizable. Once again, we'll go more into overlays in a future video, but I just wanted to show you guys how to connect your accounts to Streamlabs OBS.
What do you find most frustrating about live streaming today? More importantly, do you find any kind of hangups or hiccups with Streamlabs OBS? Drop that over inside the comments. And also, if you want to learn a little bit more about utilizing Streamlabs to optimize your live streaming process, take a look at this video series right up here.
You have your widgets, which here's where we're talking about the alerts. You can even set up goals. So donation goals, follower goals, bit goals, sub goals. This right here is